so much for coming here. I really do want to thank all of you because without you, the parents especially, we couldn't have these folks sitting right in front of us. They've worked tirelessly and are ready to go sharing some music with you for this evening. We are about 7 school days from having winter break, but I know that there's going to be a few Christmas jingles and a kind of merry, jolly time, festive type of energy in this room. I really want you to join me in giving an applause to our director, Mr. Garcia.
Yes, Garcia! Before we get started, I just wanted to let you know there is a typo in the program that you might have, especially the electronic one. There is 2 times in there where it says we're playing a tune called Don't Get Around Much Anymore. We are only going to play it 1 time, and that will be the second tune. So just a little change in program there. Thank you. Thank you everyone for being here. This is the Fallon Middle School Jazz Band, as you know. It's such a great time to teach these guys. This is our only auditioned class, and so it's all the students that wanted to, fought for, and got into the class. And as you can see by our uniforms, that we are a little different than the other band classes, okay? And it's such a blast to hear them play and to have a good time in class every single day. Okay, so that tune that you heard at the very beginning was called Curacao Blue, and it featured our tenor player over here, Scott. Give him a round of applause. We got many soloists coming up in the next song. The next tune you're going to hear is that tune I mentioned previously, Don't Get Around Much Anymore. And that's going to feature me here on the tenor, Ayushman on the trumpet, Wen on the alto, Enzi on the trombone, Richard on the alto, Dylan on the trombone, Druvan on the bass, Kyle on the drums, and Allison on the tenor sax. And please look out for every one of those soloists. This tune's called Don't Get Around Much Anymore. was only the jazz band. And we just rehearsed, we did our stuff, we went home, we did concerts, yeah. And then come to find out that there's these things called jazz combos. And so some students asked me, wait, Mr. Garcia, can we have a combo of our own? I'm like, yeah, sure, if you guys want, like, go ahead. And you know, I had no extra time to rehearse them, so it was purely a homegrown thing, if you will. It was kind of a self-sustaining endeavor, and there has never stopped being a combo. In fact, this year we have 2 combos, and in years past it's been as high as 4. And that's purely from the students wanting to get together, learn tunes, and just have a great time. So what you're about to hear is the Fallon Middle School Jazz Combo B, and they're going to introduce some tunes for you. They've got 2 of them tonight, and I'll let them kind of introduce what's happening. Why don't you guys-
Hi, my name is Wenwen, and I play the alto sax. This is Oddfit on the trumpet, Meghana on the tenor, Kyle on the drums, Druvon on the bass, and Dylan on the piano. And tonight we will be playing My Favorite Things by Richard Rogers and Take the A Train by Duke Ellington and Billy Strayed.
That was a tune called Gentle Rain. It's a wonderful chart. I love the recording that Tony Bennett did. If you've not heard Gentle Rain, recorded by Tony Bennett, I highly recommend you listen to that recording. It's phenomenal. We're going to kind of intersperse the band here, and we're going to get our other combo to come on up, and that's our combo A. Okay, this is the combo A that we have here. I'm going to let them take the floor and introduce themselves.
Hello everyone, this is Combo A, Juven on bass, Kyle on drums, Ethan on piano, Richard on alto sax, Allison on tenor sax, and this is the Night in Tanisha. Next, we're gonna play On the Sunny Side of the Street. Now we're gonna play Blue Bossa. last one we're gonna play is inspired by traditional jazz, and it's the Yoshi's Island athletic theme.
want to point something out. First of all, Combo B, we did have Meghana playing tenor, but she normally plays baritone sax. Two kinds of sax. Richard, we have normally playing alto sax, but he also plays clarinet. Doubling is not something super common with middle school students. And also, all the music you heard from the combos was prepared, chosen, and rehearsed all on their own without my intervention. Well, a little bit here and there. But like 99% all their own. Give them a round of applause for combos. And I do want to also point out that we have such a great band, but particularly to do well in jazz requires a lot of dedication and practice, hours and hours and hours of practice. And we are so blessed enough to have a great batch of students that do want to get up and play. So much so that it's going to take them super far. I do want to point out that this year, two Fallon Jazz students they auditioned and were selected to be in the all-state honor jazz band. Now, if you don't know what that is, it's like an all-star team of middle school musicians from the whole state into one band. And of all the honor bands, there's concert band, there's symphonic band, but the jazz band is the smallest group. Obviously, a jazz band is much tinier than a big concert band. And to get into that is hyper competitive. And two of our students here were up to the task of auditioning, and they were selected. And so Allison Law and Dylan Tan, can you guys stand up really quick? So they're going to perform a concert in late January at the California All-State Music Education Conference in Sacramento. With all the other students that were selected. So what a great honor it is to be, your guys' teacher, and to be able to see you. I'm going to try to get up there and see that concert. And one more thing, and to all of the 8th graders, this is their final winter concert here in the jazz band. And I know that a lot of the kind of the community and the culture that we built here at Fallon really does come from those students who stick it out 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. So can I get all the 8th graders to stand up real quick? Or if you're already standing up, just kind of wave. Okay, give it up for the 8th graders. And I mean it when I say that we would not be without, you guys want to sit down. But really, thank you guys for all your years of dedication. You're helping pave the way for future Fallon students to have a standard of excellence, no pun intended, for future bands to be great. Okay, and I see that there are some Fallon alums that I can see in the crowd, and so you might be thinking back to when you guys were in these chairs and how special that was. And I thank you to all the alumni that came back to watch. Okay, we're gonna close out tonight with some familiar holiday tunes. We're gonna close out with "Oh Holy Night." This is gonna feature our trumpet player Parisa. So be sure to listen for her beautiful playing. This is "Oh Holy Night."
Oh
Thank you all for coming so much. Like I say every time, it is no small thing that you are here. It is no small thing that you are present for your student, your friend, your family member. That being here is such a good thing to do, to show that you support your child's music education, and that these opportunities to perform and to culminate all the work, the days, the hours, the weeks, the months of work that they put in, that you can be there for it here in this day, in this moment, and it's going to do dividends and to show your student that this is important, that this is something that is good for them, something that is to be enjoyed and shared, not just kept private in some dark, dank room. We have one tune that we've never played before. This is the debut of this tune at the Fallon Band. It is a rendition of Jingle Bell Rock, and this is going to feature our tenor player, Allison, and our alto player, Wen. Again, thank you all so much for coming. We do hope you enjoyed it, and we wish you everybody a happy holiday season coming up. Thank you.